All right, today we're going to tackle a huge challenge that almost every established business is facing right now. How do you avoid becoming obsolete? We are going to break down three really powerful frameworks. That's integrated reporting, EMAS, and ISO 14001 that companies are using to see their blind spots and, actually transform for the future. Let's dive in. I mean, that's the million-dollar question, right? You can be making money, you can have this amazing history of success, but if the world is changing faster than your strategy is, you are on a fast track to becoming a relic. And that is the central problem we're going to explore. So, to make this all feel real, let's use a case study. We'll call them Merceh, a major magazine publisher. Now, on the surface, everything looks fantastic. They've got over 4 million loyal print readers, profits are steady, but when you start to peel back the layers, you see the digital revolution is threatening to make their entire business model a thing of the past. The specific problem they're up against has a name. It's called strategic drift. And it's that slow, almost invisible process where the market just moves on, but the company doesn't. So for Merceh to survive, they don't just need little tweaks here and there, they need a genuine fundamental change. Okay, so here's our game plan for today. First, we're going to diagnose exactly how Merceh is adrift. Then, we'll look at 3 tools they can use to fix it. How integrated reporting helps them see what value really is, how EMAS can build public trust, and how the global standard, ISO 14001, gives them the engine to make it all happen. And then, we'll tie it all together. All right, first tool in the toolkit, integrated reporting, or IR. Now, I want you to think of this less like a boring old report and more like a full-body MRI for the business. It forces the leadership to look way beyond just the profit and loss statement and see the company's true health in a much, much more complete way. So here's the core idea behind integrated reporting. It says a company doesn't just use money to make more money. No, it actually draws from and affects 6 key areas, what they call capitals. And to really get what's going on with a business and its future, you have to look at all 6 of them together. This is about to give us a crystal clear picture of Merceh's hidden problems. First up, financial capital. This is the one we all know, right? The numbers. And Merceh's numbers look pretty good. A 27% operating margin, consistent dividends. But integrated reporting makes us dig deeper. See that one line item, revenue growth from digital subscriptions? That tells a story the headline numbers are totally hiding. The company's entire financial future now hinges on its digital business, not its legacy print one. Next is manufactured capital, basically all their physical stuff. For Merceh, this means huge, expensive printing presses and complicated distribution networks. For decades, making this stuff more efficient was the name of the game. But in a digital-first world, these massive assets could actually become huge liabilities. I mean, efficiency is great, but are they just getting better at doing something the world might not need anymore? Now this is where it gets really interesting. Intellectual capital. We're not just talking about their brand name, we're talking about their digital presence. Things like SEO visibility show you how they're really competing against, a million free blogs. An interactivity index tells you if their digital magazine is actually an experience or if it's just a glorified PDF. For a legacy company like Merceh, this is where they are most vulnerable. Then you've got human capital, the people, the talent. Merceh's value is built on its expert authors and editors. But here's the critical question. Can they adapt? Measuring something like digital skills training hours isn't just some HR metric, it's a direct indicator of whether the company can actually transform its workforce from being print-focused to digitally savvy. If they can't, the whole strategy is toast. Social and relationship capital is all about the community and the trust a brand has built up over years. And for a publisher, this is absolutely everything. A rising subscriber churn rate or a falling advertiser retention, these are like flashing red warning lights that trust is eroding, that people are finding new places to go online. That trust rating, it isn't some soft, fuzzy metric. It is the very foundation of their entire business. And finally, we get to natural capital. Merceh is a physical product company. It relies on paper, on energy. And look, they're making an effort, sourcing sustainably, recycling waste. But look at that second KPI. This is the kicker. The carbon footprint per magazine is actually rising. This is exactly the kind of critical risk that a traditional financial report would completely miss, but that integrated reporting brings to the surface as a major threat to their future. Okay, so integrated reporting has given Merceh a super clear and frankly pretty alarming diagnosis of all their hidden risks. But what good is a diagnosis without a treatment plan? How do they prove to the world, to their customers, that they are taking all this seriously? Well, that brings us to our second tool, EMAS, the Eco-Management and Audit Scheme. EMAS isn't about making vague green promises. It is a tough, transparent process. You don't just say you're going to do better. You do a deep review, you build an entire management system, you get it audited by a third party, and then, and this is the most important part, you publish a detailed public statement about your performance. It's only after all that verifiable work that you get to use the EMAS logo. It's not just some badge, it is a public declaration of accountability. So if EMAS is the public-facing proof of your commitment, think of ISO 14001 as the internal blueprint you use to build the machine that actually delivers on that promise. It's the globally recognized standard for creating a powerful environmental management system, or an EMS. You see, the real power of ISO 14001 is that it's not a one-time checklist you just tick off. It's a continuous cycle. It all starts with leadership actually committing to it and understanding where the company fits into the world. From there, you plan, you support, you operate the system. But the crucial final steps are evaluation and improvement. It's this dynamic loop that's designed to make the organization smarter and more efficient over time, always adapting to new challenges. So, we've just looked at three pretty distinct frameworks, one for seeing value, one for proving your performance, and one for building the internal system to make it happen. Now, let's put it all together and see how they create a single, incredibly powerful toolkit. This chart just lays it out perfectly. Let's think of it this way. Integrated reporting is your diagnostic tool. It helps you see your real, holistic value and all those hidden risks. ISO 14001 is the engineering plan. It helps you build a rock-solid internal system to manage those risks. And EMAS, that's your public verification. It's how you prove your performance to the outside world and build back that critical trust. See, build proof. And by using this complete toolkit, Merceh can finally move beyond just tinkering with its business model. It can achieve genuine transformational change. It can directly address that strategic drift we talked about at the very beginning and build a business that is truly sustainable, not just financially, but socially and environmentally too. So, the ultimate question this whole toolkit forces every single one of us to ask is this: are the businesses we run or work for or invest our money in, are they actually measuring what truly matters for their future? Because looking beyond that simple bottom line might just be the only way to guarantee a long-term future at all.